nor are there demons. There are only human beings, gifted human beings, unforgettable human beings, perhaps even great saintly human beings, but human beings nonetheless. The leaders in this book are controversial. Many were at the center of controversy during their lives and came to be loved only in the years after their deaths. Others were admired in the moment, but revelations since have exposed their failings. As you read further, you should ask whether it is possible to be a moral leader without attracting controversy. You will also be forced to discern your own level of admiration for certain leaders. Our society today veers wildly between extremes in its treatment of famous figures. At times, we deny the fallibility of our heroes in order to protect their reputations. In other cases, we quickly cross names off our list of exemplary individuals when we stumble across any failing at all. In this volume, we hope to stand astride that gulf. We have made certain decisions about whom to include. You will have to make some too. You may come to believe that some of these leaders have no place in this book, and others were unconscionably excluded. That is okay. The point of this book is not to insist on a single authoritative list of moral leaders. Our hope instead is that this book deepens your understanding of moral leadership and strengthens your ability to discern it. The moral leaders you will encounter in these pages are just a small sample of those that have graced human history. One of us, Gushee, has for more than 20 years taught a course on models of moral leadership at Union University in Tennessee and Mercer University in Georgia. The leaders included in that course syllabus form the core of this book. The core group included here has proven to be a solid foundation for a semester-long study of moral leadership. Nevertheless, the roster of leaders included is imperfect and too short. It is our hope that this text will be the beginning of a longer conversation about moral leadership. Both authors of this book are Christians, but this book does not include only Christians, nor is it intended only for Christian readers. Both of us are captivated by the question of how to live a life of meaning, a question that we answer, in part, through following Jesus Christ. Our shared faith does influence the approach we take in this book. For instance, our conviction that human beings are created in the image of God, and yet none are without sin, forces us to consider both the strengths and weaknesses of people with equal seriousness. Moral leadership is fascinating precisely because it is not the exclusive province of any one religion, or indeed of religion at all. There is something in the human spirit that simply cannot help but gravitate to people who have led lives of great moral purpose. Moral leaders can serve as a bridge across the tribal chasms that divide us today. They can also provide a center of gravity, reminding us of what transcendent morality looks like at a time when ethical relativism and anything-goes culture prevail. Our shared admiration for moral leaders can be the starting point of respectful dialogues between Protestants and Catholics, Muslims and Jews, Christians and Hindus, believers and secular humanists, and everyone in between. What is leadership? What is moral leadership? A good starting point is to say that moral leadership is a species of leadership. Leadership is a topic of great fascination today, perhaps because true leaders seem so absent. Ask people to define leadership, and you will get a dozen different answers. News about a university's new leadership center, the business card of a leadership coach for corporate executives, and directions to an aisle in a bookstore full of books promising the secrets to success. Tony C. King and S. Elise Ferguson, in Black Womanist Leadership, define leadership as the desire, ability, and efforts to influence the world around us, based upon an ethic of care for self and other, and fueled by a vision that one sustains over time. They rightly call attention to character and action, and emphasize that leadership includes a vision or goal. A famous definition of leadership comes from historian James McGregor Burns. Leadership over other human beings is exercised when persons with certain motives and